Since launching the RadRover electric fat tire bike in 2015, Rad Power Bikes has grown to become the largest e-bike brand in North America. They offer several models for everything from commuting to adventuring to door dashing. We're honored to test ride the RadWagon 4, the bike we've seen people all over America using for everything from school commutes to pizza deliveries. The RadWagon is a long bike, about 78.7 inches to be exact, to accommodate a long list of accessories including baskets, insulated delivery bags, cushions, running boards, and even a child seat. The RadWagon 4 can carry up to 350 pounds, and the 750-watt motor has a ton of torque and will cruise up to about 20 to 22 miles per hour for up to 45 miles per charge. The ride, it's definitely different. The longer frame definitely has a different feel. The steering is very tight and takes a little getting used to. RadWagon 4 feels super stable and well built, and is a great choice for those who need to carry stuff.
Felicia!
Fresh!
Merry Christmas!
Thank you?
Well, I figured since you
Wait
do that...
a minute. This is not a Christmas tree.
Don't worry about it. People at home don't know the difference. I figured since you do your delivery service, which I
Yes.
can't mention here, this might be able to help you out, be able to get some exercise and do your deliveries on an e-bike.
And I'm super excited to give this a try.
How cool is that?
It is awesome.
Rad Power Bikes decided to send us their RadWagon 4 so you can test drive it, but I want to do something a little bit different.
What you got?
I want you to build it. How do you feel about that? You haven't built one of these
I
yet,
have
have you?
never built one of these.
Well, since this is yours, you'll own it and take ownership and put it
Great.
together the whole bit. So we'll have you unbox it,
Okay.
you build it.
Got it.
Just show people how easy this is. And we're going to have you put some accessories on it as well.
Okay, great.
Interesting. Look
Awesome.
how cute the box is.
I love it. It's got these nice handles to carry it around. It is heavy, though.
It's pretty heavy.
It's heavy, no
That's
doubt.
That thing will hold up to 350 pounds, but it's a powerful beast.
Awesome.
Let's jump in.
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, so let's tip it down this way. We can do this together. Ready?
You got handles on the side.
Yep.
Oh, down here?
2, 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Push it back a little bit. There we go. And now we can just kind of open this up and pull the innards out. Yeah, I do a great job packing this thing.
I really do.
There it is. Now you're going to have a really fun job. You got to cut all these little plastic tabs off. And there she is.
Woohoo!
Lots of things to cut off here.
Ooh, there we go.
But don't throw anything away. You never know what you're going to need. It looks like a light. Just have to be careful and never cut the cables.
Right. No, I'm lifting it up so I can see.
Sometimes you'll find the headlight in here, the pedals, and the battery charger.
This looks like the headlight.
LED headlight.
This looks like a reflector.
Nice. That's pretty handy, huh?
Oh, yeah. Let's look at all those tools in there.
Very cool. Ooh, it's orange. Orange cable. Nice. With a mounting bracket. Interesting. And the most important thing, your instructions. And some other fun parts. You're about to figure out what all this stuff is for. There's your pedals. Good. All right, so the first thing you want to do is make sure that that brake caliper is on the rider's left.
Okay, so
And
turn
you don't
this.
want to twist those cables too much either. So that looks
Okay,
about right.
so that looks
That's
to be.
where you want to be.
Okay, now what?
And now we're going to put the handlebars on. So we're going to need some tools for that. So you have to take that little rubber cap off. Yep, and you see there's a bolt underneath, so find the wrench that fits that bolt. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that whole cap, bolt, and the spacer off. They recommend you hang on to it in case you ever need to ship the bike. All right, so this is the part, this is the tricky part. You have to put the handlebars on because the bolt is actually in the handlebar assembly. You have to
Like
put
that?
this in there, yeah, like that. Make sure your brakes are on the outside. Perfect. You don't have too much twisty on your wires. That's good. All right, that's not
Do I
going to
have
go
to
in.
No, it's not going in. Do I have to lift this up?
Yep, you have to hit that little button, that little release. There you go. And now it's going to tilt, I think, towards you or away from you. It needs to go like there.
Oh.
So in there, you will see the little hex nut,
Yep.
which will permanently attach your handlebars
Gotcha.
to the frame. You feel it grabbing?
Yeah.
There you go. Tighten that up. Now here's the tricky part. The handlebars are going to need to be aligned with the front fork. So before you tighten it up real good, let's make sure it's straight. All right, so you're going to turn those handlebars and align it with the front fork so everything's straight.
Looks
Does that
pretty
look about
straight.
right to you?
Looks about right.
And then we'll complete tightening up. Once that's straight, let's go ahead and lock it back into place. Press it down pretty hard. There you go. Look at that. How's it look?
Awkward. What's going on here? Are these
It'll come together. Yeah, it'll
Okay.
fix it all up.
Okay.
You can actually unlatch that, and you can adjust where your handlebars are. You adjust the angle of them, where your brakes are. Now we need to tighten those stem clamp bolts. And tighten them evenly. They're pretty loose. This is pretty important. If you don't tighten these up, your handlebars are going to go all over the place.
Great.
So what we have to do is install the kickstand. So how that is done, it's a little tricky. You have one bolt, the giant bolt,
One giant bolt.
and then you have your giant Allen wrench. What you have to do is put the bolt through here, and this looks like it comes up on the bottom. Take that, get it around the chain. It kind of sits on the outside of the back wheel, and now drop your bolt in. It looks like it's threaded. Pretty hefty kickstand. Reminds me of the scooters, mopeds. So let's get the front wheel ready. See that little rubber thing on the end?
This? You pull this off?
Yep, you can wiggle that off. And on the other side, there's a rubber thing too. Pull that off. And what's a little weird is this is a quick release holding that protector on, the front fork protector, but this is a bolt inside the wheel. So the instructions say this is a bolt installation, so we'll follow those. Front has a quick release.
This?
Yeah, just pull it towards you. Yeah, you just pull that up. Pull the whole axle out. See the quick release thing? Just pull the whole thing out. There you go.
Ah.
It's going to be unstable now when you lift it up. So don't let it fall on yourself.
Okay.
You ready?
Ready?
Go ahead. There you go. Just put that down for a second. So now we have to put the front wheel on. Let's try it with the kickstand. You might have to lift it up. Can you do that? It's pretty heavy.
Hold on.
There we go. All right. And just out of curiosity, can you tilt it backwards so it lays on the kickstand and the back wheel without it falling over? Nice. We might be able to put our wheel on this way. All right, so this is a little tricky.
Okay.
You see where your rotor is? That rotor, that metal piece, don't touch it. It's pretty sharp. But that rotor needs to fit right in between this caliper. It only goes in one way.
Do I need to loosen anything?
It might be easier just to remove them.
Okay.
There you go. That looks good.
But it's got to go higher, doesn't it?
It will when you set it down. Let's make sure this is going to fall into there. Look about right.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
All right. And there should be wrenches to tighten these bad boys up as well. All right, just kind of angle it backwards and see if that wheel spins. Look straight.
Yeah.
All right, good.
No wobble.
This is something called a Deflopilator, something I've never seen before in building hundreds of these things. And what it's supposed to do is prevent the front wheel from flopping left or right, improve steering quality. So let's take a look at that and see if we can get that installed correctly. All right, Felicia, so there's some deflopilating assembly required. It's a little tricky, isn't it?
It is a little tricky.
Well, show me which one is not the hook, or that's the loop,
This
right?
is not the hook. This
I'm
is
trying to follow this. This looks like it's a hook, which goes into that flat piece, which you
that's
have
in
it
the
in.
flat piece.
And then this is like, this is a hook, or is that a loop?
That looks more like a loop.
And that loop will go onto this guy. All right, deflopilate into the frame. You're gonna twist right, righty-tighty. You're going left, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Righty-tighty. There you go, Felicia. Look at you. Look at you. What did we forget to do?
I forgot to put the locking nut on
On the deflopilator?
the Deflopilator.
All right, let's put the deflopilator back in with the locking nut on this time so it has something to grab onto. There we go. I had to use a pair of pliers to pull this across, so it's a little tricky to put on there, but once you get it on there, you're successfully deflopilated. Next up is the pedals. Now, they're marked left and right.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and it'll show you which way. It should show you which way to twist them. It's a little weird.
Stinky.
Oh boy. Lean on it with all your weight. Just really push it down. There you go. There's a little trick. The left pedal will go on counterclockwise, while the right pedal goes on clockwise. All right, so there's two keys that are kind of attached underneath the seat, so we can cut the little plastic tab off of those. Those are going to be for your battery to remove it and turn it on. So it's nice you got a couple of fenders here, which are going to keep dirt, pebbles, and water away from what you're riding through pedals. So the front one we'll have to put on ourselves, along with the front headlight. When we put the fender on with the light, you kind of wiggle through this whole little assembly here with one big bolt and two washers. That screws into there. And then there's two support brackets which will screw in down here. Now it's time to install the front basket, so you can do your deliveries. They do make bigger baskets, but I think this one will be enough for what you're doing. Ooh, how's the seat feel?
It's comfortable.
About the right height?
It's a good height.
Use your basket, all kinds of space to carry stuff on.
My feet are on the floor. I'm 5'3", so it works out great.
All right. Well, let's charge the battery and take it outside.
Let's do it.
And she turns red. It'll turn green when it's ready to go. All right, she is charged up and ready for the first ride. Looking svelte. Look how long it is. It's really impressive how long this bike is and how stable it is. So you put your key in and turn it one click towards you to activate the battery. The thing won't run without the key, so that's a nice security feature. Hold the M button to power it up and you are ready to go. Just push your bike forward, let the weight take the kickstand down, and you can adjust your handlebars to whatever angle you want, which is really nice, and you don't need any tools. This is a quick release. Just press the little release button and then bend it down and then lock it back in place when you have a place that feels good. Move your display somewhere where you can see it, and you are ready for your first ride on your Rad Power Bikes RadWagon 4.